Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys, and today we have a DIY that I'm going to show you. We're going to do a fuel wire install for the JB4 for the Q50, Q60, and Redsport. But before I get into the video, if you came across this video, my name is Boost in Motion, and if you've been following a few of my videos, please hit that subscribe button with the bell notification. I put a lot of videos out for the Q50, Q60 community, and I just want to continue to give you guys the best information that I can. But let's get into the video. Alright, you guys are going to need to start with two things, alright? You can order the fuel wires from the Burger Tuning site. I'm going to put the link below. And your JB4. Now, I believe they're not going to be running the JB1 anymore. They're going to just probably only have this option out. And I have this one with Bluetooth. But let's leave that separate. And if you want to know how to put this together, definitely check my links I'm going to put up above on how to put this together. Also, you can check the JB4 site, which also have how to put this together and everything. But let's get into the video. Now, once you open your bag, you're going to have two sets of wires. You're going to have a long wire with no resistor. And then you're going to have a short wire, this one, with a resistor. From the Burger Tuning site, they're saying this is a 1 ohm resistor. So if you don't want to spend the $30 through them, some of you guys could do this on your own. You can literally just buy the resistors and pretty much use like a heat shrink with some wire. And of course, you're going to need those taps. But anyways, so you're going to have a short one and a long one. Then you're going to have two posy taps, whatever the case might be. Now, you can do this in the car if you already have it installed, but I like to sit down and do things properly rather than be outside and deal with the loudness. But you open up, the case, of course. Then you take out your JB4, module. Now, from what they're saying, the long one, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but that's what they said. The long one goes in spot 20, and the short one goes in spot 21. So let's take a look and see. It should be numbered. Alright guys, so once you have located spot 20 and 21, it should be to the bottom. Now it should be right under, you see how it's, I'm going to be able to zoom it in, but you see where it says 20? You put the longer wire in the 20 spot, and you see the spot that says 21? You put the shorter wire in the 21 spot. Only use these clips, this part of the end that sticks in, okay? The other end is used for the tap. Okay, guys? So I'm going to just put it in and I'm going to show you the example. So fun fact is they want you to feed this lead through the grommet because you don't want any water to get in the case. I'm going to have to make a slit somewhere here. Probably going to make a slit somewhere here so that it's just a bit easier to get this in and out. And because I'm not with this whole sliding things. You guys already know in the past I've made mistakes with grommets. Flat, but try to hit it around the edge. Oh, so I don't want to make those mistakes any again. So I'm just going to make a slip down here with a knife and then make it a little easier for myself. So I'm not recommending you guys do this because this is basically the weather seal in a way, because once it closes, but I'm not really too worried about it. I'm just going to make sure it's nice and tight. And when it closes, this is going to squeeze shut. So I'm going to run it through here, and remember, put the long wire in 20, and remember, put the short wire in 21. So I'm not going to do that on the video, but I'm just show you the end result. All right, guys, so everything should be good now. And you see how the setup is? This is 20, and that's 21, and there should be a space between. All right, guys, this wire looks a little funny, but it's still connected, so hopefully there's no issues there. But let's go put everything back in the case and tie it back up, and let's see how this turns out. All right, guys, I want to show you a brief example on how you're going to tap it, because it's going to be loud outside, so I want you guys to not miss it. So you have these taps, right? They have two different ways of opening. Pardon my ashy, terrible hands. I'm a man. But anyway, the red side is what's going to be the wires that come from the JB4. You stick it in there like this, right? And, you stick it down. You see how it comes out the end? Now, what you're going to do is put it back on this end, and then you're going to tighten it back up. You're going to go down, go down, go down, go down, and down, and down until it's nice and tight, right? Cool. You see how it's tugging? It's not going anywhere, whatever the case might be. Or you could do it vice versa, right? Now, this gray part right here, it comes off. Now, this is what you put on the oxygen sensor wires, okay? I'm going to explain what colors they are later. Okay, this wire isn't just too wide to slip between it. But just imagine the copper is the wire, right? And then you'll come back on top of it like this, and you'll screw it close. And when it screws, it finally I want to show you guys what's going on in here. You see that? It connects. There's a metal point or whatever this case on both ends, and that's how it creates the connection. So remember, the gray side is where the oxygen sensor will go through the slit, and the red side is where you come from the JB4 wire. So let's get to the car. Alright guys, sorry for all the noise in the background. But if you guys want to know how to install the JB4 in under 5 minutes, just check the card up here for the quick install. I don't deal with the grommet, no more grommet, right through the door jamb. But anyways, if this part is just a little easy, just put it through here. Now the short wire is going to go towards the driver's side, and the long wire is going to go to the passenger side. Okay guys, so let's begin. So like stated by JB Burger Tuning, you're going to want to tap the white wire here. So you're going to want to push this sleeve down more so that it exposes a bit more, and then you're going to tap into the white wire. Remember, use the gray tap. Sorry for all the noise. Mind you, use the gray tap and try not to drop it down there. Hopefully I don't drop it in the video. Let's go to the next step. Alright guys, the gray part of the tap is onto the white wire. The next thing you're going to have to do is tap in the short wire of the JB4 with the resistor. Okay guys? So that's the second thing we're going to do. And let me fast forward to that part. But anyways, now the red one's tapped in. I'm pulling it, it's not coming out. So once again, reconnect the oxygen sensor too if you're gonna do it this way, because you guys are probably gonna turn it on and get check engine lights and not know that you left it unconnected. So next thing we're gonna do is move to the passenger side. Alright guys, this one seems a little bit harder. I already unclipped this engine harness, so you can use a flat head and unclip it. It gives you a bit more room. Plus I have a strut bar which gets in the way. You should see the oxygen sensor right there, that yellow and blue wire. Remember, you want the white and blue wire. Remember, you want the white one. And it comes all the way up to right here where it clips in. This is where they would want you to tap it in. It's kind of a really tight area. I do have small hands, but I'm not going to do it on video because it's going to be very hard for me to do it. I don't got a tripod or anything. But maybe I could... Whew, it looks a little tight. Maybe I could unclip it a little bit, but ooh, this is actually. Oh, I can probably pull out the harness a little bit. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Because it looks like it slips in by that bracket right there. So I'm gonna see if I can unclip it and pull the harness all the way out. It looks like it's clipped in under here too. So I'm gonna give that a shot. Let me see what happens. All right, I'm back at it again. That did not work, trying to pull the whole harness out. So what I did was just bend this bracket back a little bit. Maybe you could probably take off this plastic piece. Oh, it has to be so loud over here. But let me see. My hand can get in there. So, all right, I'm gonna see if I can give it a shot with my hand. You guys might have a little bit of a harder time, but I could get to the sleeve. I could probably get the gray part on. So just repeat the same thing I told you guys to do on the driver's side, on the passenger side. I really wish I could make this area a little bit more tidy. Ow. Once again, I cut myself on a grommet. My hands are ashy. Woo. Yeah. It's definitely a tight place to be. Definitely very tight. Try it again and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so I was fighting this for about 5 minutes now. The other one was so quick, it literally was under 60 seconds. So I pretty much took this circular piece off pretty much the engine brace, whatever this is, engine harness brace. It gives me a lot more room for my hands. It's a little cold outside, but this should be a lot more easier for me to move my hand in and out. Some guys who have bigger hands than me, I mean, my hands are not too bad, right? Just ashy. But anyways, should be a lot easier, so let's fast forward to the next part. So, I was trying to cheat the system, because the little harness, why is it always so loud over here? Jesus. But anyways, I was going to try to cheat the system, and take the little that's off the bracket, but then I broke the little zip tie thing right here. You can see I broke it. Well, now this thing is gonna be dangling in here. Well, it'll be all right. At least it's closer now. So now I can finally install it with my ashy ass hands. So after struggling, I finally got it off. Well, got the gray one in. And I'm holding it like this. Please, guys, don't drop it down there. I dropped it too. This is very depressing. But I appreciate you guys very much. If you made it to this part of the video, please hit the like button, please. All right? But let's continue. Okay, if there's anybody under the age of 13, please walk out the room. Screw you, you goddamn tap. Screw you. Look at my hands. I'm already black. Now I'm ashy black. Come on. Jesus. This one was definitely a tight one for me, guys. I didn't even go down enough because it was just my hands are cutting up against the metal and this metal. It's ridiculous, but let's get on to the car. Alright, guys. Now that I have your attention, my disclaimer is this. With JB4 Burger Tuning tested our cars out with an E30 mix. That's when you mix about 5 gallons of E85 to 91 or 93, right? And that's how they got the results. So my disclaimer is I would not recommend running JB4 fuel wires on 91 fuel only or 93 fuel only. It just doesn't make sense. Reason being is, guys, you got to remember E85 is used to have a higher octane. It's less prone to knock. Or what some tuners have said is that if you are going to have AFRs or between 12 and higher, which just JB4 fuel wires do, you're going to have knock and detonation. And I don't want any of you guys to have that issue. Okay, guys? So that's my disclaimer. Now use it carefully. All right, guys. So that was just a quick little install, but it wasn't quick at all. But anyways, nonetheless, it was kind of fun. It was definitely cool. I do have to download the car, so I have to find some open space. And maybe, I think some of the tracks are open. So maybe one of these weekends I can head over there. Let's hope we can. But if not, I'll try to find some open airfields or empty spaces and just download the car in quarter mile time using a dragy, so it could give some real world results. So also, guys, look out for those future installations I'm going to do, from the heat exchanger install, lower downpipe install, DIY blow-off valves install. If you want to see those content, please, guys, hit the subscribe button down below with the bell notification. We got a lot more to do to this car, and I appreciate every single one of you guys who have contacted me at boostinmotion on Instagram and Facebook. I'm happy that I can be of service to you guys. So this is boostinmotion sign out. You guys have an amazing day, night, evening, and afternoon. Thank you.